Let's go to Matt Damon in politics.
Okay, so apparently Sarah Palin does not tickle the fancy of Matt Damon.
Yeah, no, apparently not.
Matt Damon had an interview where he was speaking pretty explicitly about Sarah Palin and basically called her a bad Disney movie or a bad Disney character.
Yeah.
We have a video. I don't want to give too much away. I think we should go to the video and then we'll discuss it.
Right. Now, here's what I'll give away about it. I love this point that Matt Damon is making, and it's devastating, and it's devastatingly correct. Here it is.
I think there's a really good chance that Sarah Palin could be president, and I think that's a really scary thing, because I don't know anything about her. I don't think in 8 weeks I'm going to know anything about her. I know that she was a mayor of a really small town, and she's governor of Alaska for less than 2 years. I just don't understand. I think the pick was made for political purposes, but in terms of governance, it's a disaster. You do the actuary tables, you know, there's a 1 out of 3 chance, if not more, that McCain doesn't survive his first term, and it'll be President Palin. And it really, you know, we was talking about it earlier, it's like a really bad Disney movie. You know, the hockey mom, you know, oh, I'm just a hockey mom from Alaska, and she's the president, and it's like she's facing down Vladimir Putin, and, you know, using the, you know, the folksy stuff she learned at the hockey, you know, rink. You know, it's just, it's absurd. It's totally absurd, and I don't understand why more people aren't talking about how absurd it is. It's a really terrifying possibility. The fact that we've gotten this far, and we're that close to this being a reality, is crazy. Crazy. I mean, does she really? I need to know if she really thinks dinosaurs were here 4,000 years ago. That's an important. I want to know that. I really do, because she's going to have the nuclear codes. You know, I want to know if she thinks dinosaurs were here 4,000 years ago, or if she banned books or tried to ban books. I mean, you know, we can't have that.
No. I now love Matt Damon. Mm-hmm. Okay. I almost wish I were gay so I could put up a picture of a poster of Matt Damon in my room. I will forever love Matt Damon and watch all of his movies from now on. We see, the media sucks. How come Matt Damon makes the best point about Sarah Palin in all of the media? He's like, well, she might think that dinosaurs were around 4,000 years ago. I can't have it. I can't have it. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's totally absurd. And why is no one pointing out how absurd it is? It's terrifying. And that analogy with the Disney movie, I mean, it's 100 out of 100. That's right. Exactly right. I mean, can't you see it?
No, totally. He totally makes a great point. And I remember when she was giving her speech during the RNC and she kept pointing out that she's a hockey mom, the only thing I could think of was, who the hell cares? What does that have to do with anything? And the Republicans were, like, amazed at that. Like, oh, she's a hockey mom. Woo, woo! What does that matter?
No, but what I can't get out of my mind is the image of the Disney movie. Right. I can see the trailer now. You know, it's a small little town. They got the snow around. They're in a lake. And she's like, come on, honey. And they're shooting the puck and stuff. And 2 years later, she'd be facing down Vladimir Putin. And then she does some hokey thing. And you watch the movie, and you're like, God, that was so dumb.
Right.
And we're about to live that really, really dumb movie in real life. And he's got the balls to call it. He's like, look, she was the mayor of a really small town.
Yeah.
And he's like, do the actuary tables, which nobody says. Mm-hmm. If you look at the actuary tables as to how long the average lifespan in America is, mm-hmm. He's like, McCain doesn't have a good chance of making it out of his first term. Ugh. And then we will have the hockey mom as the president of the United States. And the best and most salient point there is, besides all the wonderful insults, is we don't know a thing about her. Yeah. We don't know anything about her other than she's a hockey mom and a moose hunter. Mm-hmm. He's like, how can this be possible? We live in an upside-down world where our anchors should be making this point, but they're scared to death to make it. So we need the Matt Damons, the movie stars of the world, to say, hey, they're selling you a movie. I'm in this business. I know. They're selling you a bad movie. Get real. Wake up. Snap out of it. That's it. Matt Damon immediately breaks into my top 10 men crush list. I don't know who he's displacing. Charlie Sheen, you might be in some trouble. But Matt Damon, immediate man crush list here. We've got a TYT alert.